started my career here in America, and by the age of 18, I started my first charity organization. I went on to team up with other organizations for the following years, met, helped, and even lost some of the most beautiful souls. From 6-year-old Yasmina Amina, who passed away in 2010 of leukemia. Her story inspired thousands to follow
a complication, the type of care she needed was at a larger health center, which she couldn't reach in time. Fortunately, there are efforts locally and globally to tackle issues such as these. And I tell this story not to single out a specific region, but to highlight the importance of this work. In providing such vital resources for cancer treatment in Barbados, Rihanna has worked to reduce barriers such as these to higher level medical care, and the implementation of such work has reverberations throughout society. I find this quotation from Rihanna particularly telling of the humanitarian spirit displayed by such work. If you have the ability to help and lend a hand, no matter how big or small, you should definitely make that your responsibility. To me, the idea that the ability to help others, no matter how big or small, now becomes a responsibility is one that embodies what it means to be a humanitarian. To prioritize helping fellow human beings to the extent that one can is to exemplify humanitarianism. As many of us are students and will be navigating life outside of this university in a few years, I hope this humanitarian spirit